That's it. I quit. I'm done being a mum. I'm gonna run away with the circus or with some kind of traveling troupe full of mums who have also run away from being a mum. If this sounds familiar, I want you to stick around. I got lots to talk about. Hi, I'm Sam and welcome to my channel where I'm dedicated to helping you create an awesome life one day at a time. So I want to talk about something that I don't think people talk about enough, which is sometimes how much being a mum sucks. And then you feel super guilty about saying or feeling like it sucks because, you know, there's that narrative that says, oh, everything should be sunshine and roses and you're so blessed to have your children. And yeah, that's true. I'm very lucky to have my daughter. I'm very lucky. But it still sucks. It's a fact. It just does. Sometimes. Sometimes it's amazing. Sometimes I can't imagine my life before her and I am sad when she goes to sleep because it means we can't cuddle. Those days are few and far between at the moment, considering she's teething, but she's still great. After my daughter was born, I had severe postnatal depression. I'm pretty sure I would have been close to hospitalization because I really just needed a break. She was feeding like 14 times a day from me and wouldn't sleep unless she was being held. She was 16 weeks old and I wanted to run away. I wanted to leave because I thought that she deserved a better mum and that my husband would be a much better dad without me around and that everybody would just be better off if I just left. It took a lot of time, therapy and medication, but I'm really, really glad that I stayed. I am. I'm really glad because although it seemed impossible at the time, I got through it. And there are some days that still suck. There are some days when I feel like nothing has changed, but there are others that feel good. Some days that feel great, and on the rare occasion, an amazing day that makes me very, very happy that I stayed. When I was trying to recover from my depression, I started up a blog called Mother Nurture. And I wanted to make it about self-care for mums because I felt like that was what we talked about in therapy. That was what was going to help me recover. But there didn't seem to be a lot of time for self-care. You know, when you have a new baby or a baby or any kind of responsibility, you don't make time for yourself. You're always last on the totem pole because there are dishes to be done or laundry to be done or a baby to be fed or changed or bathed or whatever. And it gets to the end of the day and you realize that you haven't eaten very much and you haven't showered in a couple of days because there's just no time. You're not a priority. Add to that sleep deprivation, which is a torture method for a reason. It's a breeding ground for depression. 1 in 7 mums are diagnosed with postnatal depression up to a year after their child is born. Not everybody gets diagnosed. I think it's probably a lot more prevalent, but not as many people are looking for help or being diagnosed, asking for help. Because there's some sort of stigma attached to having mental health issues, to needing help, to asking for help, and there shouldn't be. Once I started carving out time, making it happen, that's when things started to improve. Then I started to get a little, I wouldn't say confident, but I overestimated my abilities. I overestimated my recovery and I took on too much at once. I had to go back to work. I went back to uni and the blog stopped after a month. It's still there. It's waiting for me to return. And this self-care channel is going to be part of the relaunch of Mother Nurture. Not everything on this channel is going to be about being a mum. That's what I struggled with my Mother Nurture website because I was adamant that I wanted to be more than a mum. I didn't want it to be be sum total of my life. I wanted to be a mum and an achiever and somebody who changed the world, and I want a lot of different things, and I felt restricted by being just a mum. Now, that's not to say that I'm not very important to my daughter and that she is not amazingly important to me, because she is. Her happiness, her smile, number one over everybody. My husband, everyone. But there are times when I have to say no. No, honey, I can't play with you right now. I need to take some time for myself. I book it in the calendar with my husband. Today, I need to film videos. Can you please take our daughter out? And he does. He's very helpful like that, and I'm very lucky to have such a supportive husband. Some women who get diagnosed with postnatal depression have partners who don't understand and think that it's all in your head. It is. Your brain is in your head, and your brain is not well, and you can't just get over it by thinking differently. Some people, the answer is medication. Other people, the answer is therapy. The most effective treatment for postnatal depression is both. It's a combination of medication and therapy to help you cope in the short term with meds, and then the therapy helps you change behaviors to cope in the long term. Being on medication for the rest of my life is not a goal, but if I have to thrive, I will do it gladly with a smile on my face, because I'm able to get out of bed. I'm able to smile at my daughter. When she cries, when she's upset, I don't instantly snap and get upset myself. I'm able to sympathize with her. I'm able to comfort her. My recovery helped me do that, and so much more. Self-care is crucial to being a mum and a person. I think that if we all took a little time out of our day, made it happen, watched a little bit less TV, making yourself a priority, not the bottom of the totem pole, but making time, it has to happen. I sit in front of this camera completely comfortable right now because my daughter is out of the house. She's with my husband, she's happy, and I am doing what makes me happy. Filming, editing. I have a lot planned today. And it's my day off. I used to spend those days just sleeping because I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything else. If you want to be more than a mum and you want to make yourself a priority, subscribe to this channel. A lot of the things that I say may not actually be helpful to you, but I'm also going to be uploading these videos on my Mother Nurture website. It's going to have a blog post accompanying it that's going to specify how that video will relate to you as a mum. Because, you know, for a teenager who lives at home with her parents, who struggles with depression, yeah, it's a lot easier to go and have a shower and wash your hair and do your makeup. For somebody who has been thrown up on 4 times today and hasn't washed their hair in a week and, you know, has 3 loads of shopping to do to bring in from the car while carrying a baby, it's not realistic. So follow along, hit the subscribe button, and when the video comes up, I'm going to be posting it on Mother Nurture with a blog post about how it's going to help you. I want you to have an awesome life so that you can teach your children how important self-care is, so that they can have an awesome life. And hopefully, in a few years, I'm going to do myself out of a job. I won't have to talk about how important self-care is. I won't have anything to teach because everyone will already know. And it's going to start with you, and it's going to lead to your children, and their children, and their children. I'm filled with wonder and excitement right now for the journey that's ahead of us. children that we have to raise, the things that we're going to accomplish, and the world that we're going to change. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked this video, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to update once a week, and I would love for you to join us in the comments. Let us know what's going on in your life. I'm looking for content always. So if there's something you want to see, a video you want me to make, tell me about it in the comments, or my email address is down below in the description box. I've also put the Mother Nurture link there if you want to visit my blog, see the old content, and get updated on the new content. If you want to see any more of my videos, click right over there, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!